Hello, loves. So, as you know, this is a joint reading with the Batshit Psychick, also known as Melanie, my sister. We decided to do a cooperation, and this reading is basically specific for Samhain. We are wanting to give you some answers on who is walking beside you now that the veil has thinned, and also why. So if you would take a moment to choose from the three piles that we have Elizabeth Balhouri, we then have Marguerite Perret, and then we have Nefertiti. The crystals on my right hand side correspond to each pile in order. And once you have chosen, please pause the video if you are undecided yet, and then I will start going ahead with the readings. So starting with pile 1, if you have chosen pile 1, Elizabeth Balhouri. She was a very, very bloody figure. She was somebody that was considered pretty brutal, actually. So what I'm getting from this message is that the truth behind who's walking next to you and what their message is may be a little jarring for you, if you will, but it is something that you need to know and that you need to hear. So how I'm going to do this, and mind you, this is my first time doing a collaboration like this, so I know Mel and I have different ways of reading, but we tend to always kind of come around kind of in the same way. How they have given me the cards, they have given me 4 cards on top of the oracle cards. These are tarot cards, and what they have given me is 2 people in your life that have passed, that are walking beside you, and then the other 2 are actually corresponding to these 2 people as to why they're actually walking beside you and what their message is. So for the first person that I get that's walking beside you, we had the Emperor. That is a very strong male figure. That is somebody that was in your life, was a bit of a disciplinarian, was somebody who was very, very strict, but also this just. Not abusive by any means, but certainly somebody who would make you stick by the rules and make you really try to achieve the best that you could be, really reach high. The second person that's walking next to you is the one represented by the Hermit. This person, I am not getting a clear sense of whether any kind of gender at all. However, what I am getting is that it was somebody that in life was extremely reclusive, and is somebody who ended up stuck that way almost, didn't really live their life in the way that they were meant to or that they would have wanted to. That fear really held them back, and they are here to actually try to prevent you from making the same mistakes that they did. So those are the 2 people that are walking by your side. And their message with the Emperor, the message is really reach for the stars. There is much to be achieved for you. And usually a 2 of Cups also represents in terms of love, but in this case they're actually basically telling you that there is a myriad of possibilities in front of you, that you are pretty much moving up in your journey, and they don't want you to stray. They want that discipline is coming through very strongly. They want you to stick to your path, they want you to stick to your guns, and they want you to really reach high. They say that everything is lined up for you and that really good things are coming, and that's their message. They just want you to stick with it and make sure that you have a clear head and strength, and for you to know that they're walking beside you and that they have your back. And then the message from the Hermit. it's an interesting one that it gave me the King of Wands. And the King of Wands it's a very strong presence, and it is somebody who can be quite fierce, almost fearsome in the way that they can be feared. And he's saying, see that I just got he, so maybe it is a male presence. He's saying that he doesn't want you to play meek anymore. He doesn't want you to hide in the shadows. He doesn't want you to be so kind and gentle that you're not living your life, that you're not enjoying everything, and that you're being too afraid to truly be yourself. And he's saying, if you need to knock down some doors and if you need to hurt some feelings just because people think that you need to be a certain way to fit in their mold, he's saying don't do that. You need to live your life the way that you were meant to do it and the way you want to. That's going to make your heart happy. And if you need to dig deep and a little tap into more of your shadow self, then do so, because it is worth it. It's not worth living your life in fear and hiding. So that is it for pile 1. Now we're going to move to pile 2 if you chose this one. And we have Marguerite Pret. Marguerite was actually somebody who was burned at the stake for her beliefs, her spiritual beliefs, but she never backed down. And the message I'm getting for this one is a fearsome realization that you truly need to step up and stick to your guns, basically, is the overall message I'm getting. Even though it may be scary, obviously, you know, seeing somebody like that, but what the message truly is that you need to be somebody who's unflinching when it comes to your beliefs, that you truly need to stick to your beliefs and know that you're right and those beliefs are right for you. You don't need to try to impose them on anybody else, but you can't let anybody else tell you what to believe. And then again, we have the same format. We have the 2 cards that give me the people that are with you, and then the reasons why. So the first one we get is the 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups is basically this person, and I'm getting a very strong feminine energy from this one. This person was somebody who was very kind of hooing and humming, you know, somebody who really didn't take advantage of all the opportunities presented to them. Like somebody, it was indecision. It was somebody that was very indecisive, somebody that couldn't commit to anything really. And again, that is something that they regret in their life. There's something that they don't want you repeating in your life, and they're just kind of seeing you walk down that path, and they do not want that for you. So that would be that one person. And then the second person we have is the High Priestess. And as you know, High Priestess is somebody who is very strong, has very strong energy. Again, obviously that is a female presence as well, and it is somebody who you used to look up to. It was somebody who was very important in your life, somebody that was, again, a mentor of sorts, and somebody who always had an answer. Basically, it was somebody who always knew what was going on, and that is who is actually walking beside you right now as well. And our message is, we start with the 8 of Swords. And if you remember, we were saying that this person is somebody who doesn't want you to kind of flip-flop, basically, and be non-committal. The 8 of Swords is a very strong presence in the sense that they're telling you, you need to cut through the bullshit. Basically, excuse my language, but that's exactly what she's giving me. She's saying you have stood by and just let life pass you by, and you need to stick to your guns or swords. You need to cut through the bullshit, and you need to be decisive. You need to make a decision. You can't just kind of let everybody else make the decisions for you, is also what she's saying. You have allowed that long enough, and you need to stand up for yourself. And then we have the 5 of Cups with the Empress, and the High Priestess. I apologize, the High Priestess. And with the 5 of Cups, she's saying there's a lot of good coming your way. there is something that you have been waiting for, that it is actually presenting itself right now. And what she's saying is you need to seize the opportunity. You need to be strong. You need to let fear just fall by the wayside, and you need to step up to the plate, because if not, you're gonna miss on it. And she doesn't want you to do that. She doesn't want you to miss out on this opportunity that's being presented pretty much on a golden cup for you. So that's what these ones are saying. And then we're gonna move swiftly over to the last pile. The last pile was represented by Nefertiti. And if you know anything about Egyptian deities, or figures really in this sense, she was, talk about fearsome. I mean, fearsome has really been kind of a word that they've been repeating, but truly is. The three women that we got were truly fearsome in their own right. And she is somebody that basically does not let anybody ignore her. She doesn't go unnoticed, let's put it that way. And that's what they want for you in this reading. Again, we have the two people, and then we have the two messages. The first one, and that's why I had a slip of the tongue earlier, because I had peeked. But it is the Empress. And the Empress in this case is going to be somebody like a motherly figure or a sisterly figure for you. It is somebody who was very, very close to you, very nurturing, very loving, and very calm. And that is actually the well, let me not get ahead of myself. They're talking too fast. But then we have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is the second person, and that person is actually a very strong male presence that I'm getting. Somebody, again, that was not afraid of success, was not afraid of facing challenges head on, and somebody who really knew what their value was. And that is, you have two very strong presences for you. I'm getting that this person was more of almost like maybe not even related by blood, but somebody that was of very important to you in a mentorship position, somebody you look up to, a man that was truly there for you, and that showed you what truly standing up for yourself meant. And their messages are does. So for the Empress, what I'm getting is that you're actually fighting with somebody. This one has kind of popped up very specific. You're in the throes of actually kind of the pull and tug of a relationship that you care deeply about, but that you're not seeing eye to eye with. You're not really being able to kind of reach common ground. And what she's telling you is that you need to dig deep into your nurturing side. You need to follow with kindness and try to put yourself into the other person's shoes. That once you do that, you're actually going to see that this is all really truly a big just misunderstanding, or even just, a difference of opinion that doesn't necessarily need to lead to conflict. So she wants you to be very mindful of that, because she doesn't want you to lose that relationship for something petty, and something that really shouldn't be coming between you. So that's the message there. And then, for the Ace of Swords, we are actually followed with the Three of Swords. It was very interesting to me that we got all three in a row. So for you, the swords are a huge message for you today. And with the Three of Swords, we had the Ace of Swords, that very strong male presence, that kind of mentor, and basically is telling you that you, again, need to, and I'm seeing a little bit of overlapping, because I think that some of you are actually kind of undecided on which pile to choose. And it may be because obviously we don't just have one or two people in our lives that are guiding us, right? We have plenty of ancestors that are walking beside us. These are just the strongest ones right now. And again, the message is one of kind of cutting through the heart of the matter, is what I'm getting. Is whatever it is that right now is really hindering you or really making you lose sleep, is what he just said, making you lose sleep. It is something that he wants you to just grab that sword and cut through it. Wants you to see clearly. Again, we're cutting through the crap, kind of like letting go of everything that is superfluous, that is just fluff. And he wants you to see things truly for what they are. And once you see that, you're going to be able to make a decision on what you need to do. So that's what I'm getting. These are your 3 piles. I hope that whatever you chose, and even if you chose one or more than one, feel free to obviously go through and check them all if you want. But there's some strong energies coming through, and obviously it's not surprising because the veil is really thin right now. I don't know about you guys, but in our house it's been like a train station almost. They're coming and going and really showing up, and I know it's only going to get more until we get into tomorrow. But hopefully this helped you. If it did, great. And please don't forget to go check out Melanie's reading as well, and see if you're kind of getting anything that kind of goes together. Or I would love just to hear your thoughts in general. And thank you so much for watching, and take care. Much love.